Welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be breaking down a super soulful Toliver style beat. Also a quick update for you guys. I've recently been able to quit my job to do music full time. So if there's anything you guys would like me to do, leave a comment and let me know. I got some new series ideas. I've got some studio sessions coming up that hopefully I'm going to vlog. And yeah, apart from that, let's get into it. So I started off with an electric piano from Lounge Lizard. As you can see, this progression only has 2 chords with a few variations and little extra passing notes as well. The chords are a D minor 9th. Obviously I've messed around, pushed some notes back and changed the velocities and stuff. And a E minor 7th with another E on top just for a little bit of variation. In terms of effects, I started off with a Pro Q3, I cut around 200 Hertz, and then I also cut some high end out as well. For some texture, I added a sketch cassette too. I really like how this sounds on roads and pianos and stuff like that. And finally, an intensity reverb with the vocal distance sci-fi preset. I brought the wet down quite a bit just so it's not so present. Next, I did a simple bit of sound design inside the Prophet. So I started off with a triangle template. If you go to all types and then template and come down here, you'll see it. I wanted to create a soft lo-fi pad kind of sound. So I started off with the cutoff, brought it all the way down, almost down to around 25 Hertz. Then I messed with the attack to make it more of a pad sound, just to kind of raise the attack and make it more ambient. And then to get some width, I put the chorus on. I love the Prophet chorus, it sounds really good. Next way you can really make your sound unique is the filter knobs. So you can bring the attack up on the filter. Make sure you put the envelope amount up as well. I've done it to 36 semitones, so that's 3 octaves. That's going to kind of activate it so it actually works. Bring the decay down a little bit, the resonance up, the KBD down a little bit again, and I'll play it now and you should hear it's a very basic but good sounding soft pad. If you guys want to see something about sound design, just leave a comment, let me know, we can definitely do a video on that. For the effects on the pad, I added a delay memory brigade, the stereo vibrato preset just to give it a bit more width and texture, a medium sized vintage reverb, and a shaper box to make it pulse. Next, I added these bell plucks just to give a bit of a harsher sound and to cut through the mix a bit. I wanted to use this to fill some of the space because the sample's sounding quite empty at the moment. Again, I started off with a sketch cassette to give some texture. Then to fill the space, I added quite a heavy delay and a J37 with the Pads of Canada preset to again add to the texture. Next, I actually played some guitar on this. I was messing around and came up with this melody. I added a bunch of effects to that to get the sound that I wanted. I started off with this compressor. What I really like about this is how tight it makes the sound, and also the wow knob. If I bring it up to around about 50%, it gives it some really cool bends and flutters and stuff like that. Next, I added a bias effects amp. It's the Dream Is Over preset, but I also added modulation, a bit of chorus, just to give it a bit more width. Then a simple Pro Q3, cutting the lows and some mid-range frequencies out. A very heavy reverb because I wanted it to be really distant and in the back of the mix. A tremolo control so it pans from side to side. Finally, a light delay just to fill a bit more space within the sample. Next, I found a drum loop from Splice. I put an EQ on it to cut some of the frequencies out, and it sounds like this. One element that I noticed in the Don Toliver song was this kind of whistle sound, so I wanted to recreate that. All I did was whistle a melody and then I added some EQ and reverb, and it sounds like this. And the last element before the drums is this synth bass. I find it hard to make these style of hi-hats sound realistic, so I went on Splice and found this. After that, I added a snare. And then layered that with another snare, which is going to be in my drum kit coming out soon. So I actually used two kicks in this beat. The first one is like a main one that hits hard, and then another one which is just for bounce. So this is the main one. And this is the softer kick which I use for the bounce, and I also panned it from side to side. In terms of structure, I kept it very simple, kept the keys and the pad at the beginning with the perk loop and the guitar. Then I bring the drums in for a kind of hook section. And then for the verses, I've taken the guitar out and kept in this whistle that I added. Okay, that's today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and a comment. Let me know what you want to see next, and I'll see you in the next one.